The Dark Force Theory, 3I-ATLAS, and Project Bluebeam. Let's get into it.
Can you slip out of your body like it's a weird fleshy glove?
I love WikiLeaks. I love them. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Tinfoil Testament. We have Andrew.
Hello.
Jeremy.
Howdy, howdy.
Who am I? I don't know. I may have been tried to get.
Depends. Who do you want to be?
Say that again.
Yeah. do you know? Do you? I almost got possessed today by a microwave.
What brand?
I don't know.
You know, that sounds like the regular show. I mean, that sounds like an episode of the regular show.
I've never heard of them.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's something that you need to watch.
Dude, I make content. I don't consume it.
You barely make it.
I barely make content. I don't consume it. No, I already told Andrew before when you were going back home, but I went up to our break room at lunch, and we have microwaves, obviously. Either way, go up to a microwave, and you know how the sound a microwave makes when it's turned on.
Which sound? The beeping or the bzzz?
Yeah, that second one. Yeah. No, keep going. This is a little. Oh, this sounds horrible in my headphones.
I'm sorry.
Beep, beep,
There you go.
beep,
That's the one. That's the one. No, but
Or you open it when it's got 2 seconds left and you don't clear it out, so the next person that comes by who wants to look at the time can't because someone was rude.
yes.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
this was weird because I got my stuff ready to put in, and I opened it up. When I opened it up, it turns on. And I literally did it like 3 times, looking really stupid, like close it, like maybe it'll go away. And I opened it again, and it just turns on. And I did it again, and it turned back on. So I took out my phone on the 4th time, and I got a video of it. And I sent it to my boss. I said, "Is this normal? Am I getting radiation right now, or am I good?"
It's like you stand in front of your fridge and you open it every time, expecting something to see different.
Yeah.
Trying to catch how the light.
Exactly. But it didn't just happen to me, because my boss went up like 2 hours later, and he's like, "What is wrong with this stupid thing?" He kept opening it up, and
Who
then
dropped the microwave on its head?
But he did something even worse than I did, which was I filmed it. He stuck his hand in there, and he said his hand got warm.
Oh,
I
my
was about to
gosh.
say, did you stick your hand
I
in
did
it?
not. I stuck my head. I wanted to see.
And I've been hearing sounds ever since.
Not when I have my tinfoil cap on.
That's how you go bald.
Whoa.
all
Okay,
that
thanks.
All that plasma sparks.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
We'll try that tonight.
Nothing interesting happened to me today that I could think of.
Yeah. Nothing interesting happened to me. Well, I mean, it did, but nobody cares about it.
I care.
It's
Okay, I'm done.
yeah.
I ate half a burrito and saved the other half for lunch tomorrow.
That's pretty dope.
Nice.
The same burrito I eat pretty much every day for lunch.
Chipotle or
No, we have Oscar's Tacos down the road, so me and Miss Robinson literally get a burrito every day at 9 o'clock in the morning.
9?
9?
Yes, at
Okay.
9. It opens at 9, so we just get it as soon as it opens.
Oscar's is underrated.
Their
I've had it a
burritos are
couple
pretty-
times.
their burritos
I've
are
never
pretty
had it.
good. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They know us too. Like
Well, they
Every
better
day.
if you come in there.
I don't go in at 9 because I can't leave whenever I want to, but I go with them at noon if we wait until noon. But like they know us now, and they give you little cups of salsa, like that's not like for dipping, but for to put in your burritos or whatever. And they have a green one and a red one. The main workers know us, so they just automatically put in 2 reds because they know we don't want the green. So every time I have a green one, I'm like, the usual aren't working today, were they?
Nice.
Anyway,
Well, now that if this makes it, everybody's caught up with our day. Andrew, take us into the topics. Give us a rundown.
Cool.
Or
Well,
you're
we're
going
gonna-
first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're going to talk about what everybody's talking about. The mothership that's coming to Earth.
Yeah.
Yes.
The 3I-ATLAS,
Yes.
which stands for interstellar. It's the third hello.
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 Nice to meet you. Shalom.
It's the third interstellar object that has entered our
Orbit.
solar system
That we've detected.
that we have detected.
To be fair, it's not the third ever in history, but since we've been able to
Yes.
detect on it.
So we
which
could have.
is like past.
I know you could have said that. I'm interrupting you. I'm sorry, but I just want to
it's
clarify for Block.
Balake.
Yeah.
This,
You got to be very specific with him.
yeah.
That guy.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
But anyway, we're going to talk about that today, and then we're going to talk about the dark force theory, which I know you don't, Jeremy. You don't know about that. Do you know about that? The dark force theory.
If
was that real or?
Yes, that was real.
Wow.
That was not fake. That
Man,
was
you've
real.
been working those long hours.
I pulled what was it? I got there at 6 a.m. and left at 1 a.m. last Friday.
Nice.
Or Friday to Saturday.
Nice.
So yes.
Well, anyway, we're going to talk about that,
I don't know
the
about
dark
it.
force theory, and then we're going to wrap it up with Project Bluebeam. So
And that's all just Andrew's
Yeah.
portion.
Yeah,
It's not-
that's
not
just-
all three of us. That's
This might be a double episode thing.
no, because I don't want to stay this late. But
No, I mean like we'll just do yours and then do ours later.
oh, okay.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, stop with the stuttering.
That's not stuttering. It's
So anyway,
yeah.
Yeah. No.
So the 3I-ATLAS, right? Everybody's talking about it.
Where'd it come from?
Today's the 16th,
Where'd it go?
and
We don't know either of those.
today's the 16th.
So we lost it.
Hello,
Stop interrupting the man.
Yeah.
hello.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So today is the 16th, and it's supposed to come around closest to Earth around the 29th or something like that of October. So, hello. This episode, what is up with this episode? What is up with our brains? But anyway, everybody's talking about it right now, and I've heard theories of fallen angels. It's fallen angels coming back to Earth. It's an alien mothership.
I got a question about it.
Or it's just a straight up comet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I've told you 100 times, and it's basically the same thing as Fallen Angel. I've heard it's even a Nephilim, so.
wow.
So this is my question. Like, if you look at our solar system,
Okay.
is it coming in from like one side or the other, or from the top or below? This is a legitimate question
Well,
because we're tracking it right with okay,
Yeah.
it's gonna go by us this way.
So our solar system isn't like a flat map.
It's not a flat solar system. It's a flat Earth, but the solar system
I was gonna
is
agree.
not flat. No, like, seriously, sorry, Andrew, I'm stealing your thunder, but like, it's really difficult to explain these things because people think, oh, we're doing this, but it's like, we're not doing this. We're doing this.
Yeah,
And moving
it's a
forward.
corkscrew going through space.
Okay, still,
But at the same
which
time,
way is it
it's
coming
not
in?
It's not a one-dimensional solar system.
for everybody
It's
listening,
like a ball solar system
Yes.
going in a corkscrew.
if I throw a
Spinning all around
football
itself.
Yeah.
and it's flying perfectly parallel, which way is this thing coming?
It
at
doesn't
us?
matter.
It passed Mars.
Yeah.
Okay, I know where it's coming from now. Over there.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
Okay.
It's not coming straight towards our sun. No. Even if it did, never mind. It's a sphere solar system. Okay.
What shape is the thing?
It's never mind.
Oblong.
I can't say
Oblong.
That.
Okay.
I can't say.
We can bleep it.
No, I was gonna say it's your mother. I was like, I can't.
Okay, we have to leave room. Like, if you get an alley-oop like that, just take it. Just-
I was like,
nobody's
literally-
gonna get their feelings hurt.
I will.
I was
For me?
So anyway, the 3I-ATLAS, like I said before, a lot of people think that it is a alien mothership, and it goes from, what was it, a Harvard professor that was either Harvard professor or MIT, something like
I
that.
think MIT, but
But they were he was suggesting, they were suggesting, whoever it was, male, female, I don't know, but that it was a mothership, an alien mothership that was 7 miles long. And the reason why is because they were seeing it was producing light. They were taking pictures of it, and it was producing light, supposedly. And with its oblong shape, it's in the shape of a spaceship, right? It's cylindrical, and it's also speeding up and slowing down irregularly.
I just looked at a picture of it. It looks pretty cool.
It looks like a dot, a glowing dot.
My case rest, pretty cool.
From what we can take a picture of it. But that glowing dot, from what I also read, was that it's got a core of ice, of not necessarily water ice, but maybe hydrogen ice, and a few other things. Whatever.
Does it have a tail like a normal comet?
It's in the front.
Yeah, that's different too.
What?
Yeah,
The tail is in the front.
So it's like a spaceship that's flipped and trying to slow down.
It's like a comet that's flipped backwards, but it doesn't have nearly as long of a tail either.
Dude, that's weird.
Yeah, so this is
Aliens.
This is why they're saying it's aliens. I'm not even going to talk about the fallen angels theory thing because that's just dumb. I'm not even going to give time to that.
It's not falling if it's up in the sky.
That's why I asked which side it's coming from.
I was reading a little bit more about it today. It's just a comet. I don't believe that it's a alien mothership. For everybody that does, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
I can't do a good voice.
Elon's gonna get it. Elon,
he's a very wonderful man.
if you don't
Billionaire, actually.
yeah, if you're listening, you don't know who we're impersonating. It is definitely George W. Bush. Nuclear.
I can't even remember his voice, so I'm not even going to try.
He couldn't say nuclear. It was nuclear.
Kind of like how Trump can't say
China.
the ingredient in Tylenol, which I can't say either.
Wash your sister sauce.
Wash your sister's house.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, we're way derailed.
Okay, roller coaster. You can definitely tell all of our minds are gone.
Yeah. So the next theory is that obviously it's a comet, but it's such a weird comet. It's very odd compared to what we usually see in the sky. But we're not going to be able to see much whenever it does swing by Earth.
I heard it was slowing down.
Yeah, it slows down and then it speeds up again.
I kind of understand that from like gravity. It goes into a gravitational field and then it gets pulled out by something bigger.
Sure, but that's not how other comets have acted in the past either.
That's why it's an alien ship, man.
Yeah. Well, then that brings me to the dark forest theory. And this is
Star Wars.
the reason why I wanted to bring all these three together and not do separate episodes is because it really does all tie together.
Even the beans.
Yes. So the dark forest theory. This is really interesting. So as y'all know, we have sent radio waves into space trying to receive a message back. Trying to contact alien civilizations if there are any out there. And we've been doing it for quite a long time too.
Didn't we send a satellite too?
Yes, we sent a satellite that has
like the weird, like a golden record.
Yes, that thing.
Yeah.
Other random information, and somehow we're like in a calculation that'll be that they can understand. Like I don't.
Who is
Yeah,
they?
so we've been trying to contact for a while, at least ever since what 70s.
Could you imagine how many radio waves are just going off the Earth right now?
Yeah. And there was one incident where
5G.
we actually did pick up something too back. And I didn't look this up, so I don't even know. But I can't remember what it said. But
I know what it said.
what did it say?
It's real estate.
It was Well, how bad would that be if we got a signal from somewhere else and it had an ad for them? The first thing is the little. You gotta watch this 10-second pop-up ad before you can get to the real thing, unless you subscribe to Interstellar YouTube Premium.
It's horrible. It's horrible. Jeez, man.
Oh my gosh.
This is going to be a long episode.
I want to know about the beans, man.
Well, he's on the
blue
dark
bean.
horse.
Okay, so anyway, we received a message back one time, but I can't remember if it was actually readable or if it...
Are you talking about like for real, like we'd get like blurts of it, it'd be like
Yeah.
almost like blinking lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we discovered if it meant something. It was just like, hey, here's an abnormal.
Yeah, but we have been trying for a long time, for decades. So the theory is that the reason why nothing is answering back is because they are hiding. And they're hiding from a more advanced civilization that is a warrior civilization that's wiping out planets.
The Frieza Force.
Where did this all come? We just made this sci-fi thriller up.
No, because it comes from
They're hiding.
our own experience as humans. Because when a more advanced civilization here on Earth contacted a lesser civilization, when I say lesser, I mean lesser advanced civilization,
Uncontacted tribes. Those.
they would conquer them.
Okay.
They would conquer them, and
So they're hiding.
yeah, this is coming from human experiences. And
Okay. So they're scaling it up to
to
space and
yeah, to
the
galactic
cosmos.
levels. So everybody's all these planets are being silent on purpose, because if they start talking to one another, then that advanced civilization that's stalking, waiting for its prey, will track them and wipe out their civilization.
Why hasn't it come after us then? Are we just not good enough?
Because we aren't.
We're like the frogs in the pond.
They're like, yeah, you're gross. I'm going to eat you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They
Ugh.
barely got EVs.
They barely got nuclear power.
They got one Elon.
They had to fake going to the moon.
Yes.
So, but the argument that I heard was that that's a ridiculous argument because
My argument is no.
as far as
That's horrible.
I should backtrack. As far as the radio waves, right? As
Okay.
sending information out there, trying to contact, that's bogus, because we can observe other planets and we can observe what kind of atmosphere they have
Yeah.
and the size of them, how dense they are, how far away they are, and so on and so forth. And we've located thousands of potentially habitable planets.
The way I think about it is like sort of the same way that I think about like a little pool or a little pond or something. Like if we have the ability to walk everywhere and just find these habitable places, I'm probably going to walk up to it, maybe pull one out with a fishing pole, just like they have done to us many times, but with their own fishing poles.
Right. But if there was a much more advanced civilization than we are, they would be able to pick up our lights from cities, being able to see the lights from our cities, and be able to tell that there's civilization here on Earth.
Sort of like we see flashes from the moon.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There's something up there.
That's why the moon is a
Bigfoot.
spaceship.
It's hollow too.
Yeah, and it's hollow because it's a Death Star.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway,
Next pod.
so that's kind of the argument as far as why we shouldn't stay silent with our radio activity, trying to reach out and trying to hear and trying to speak to others. Because if there was an advanced civilization, there's not. But if there was,
There is.
they would already know that we were here. Right. Because if if
Yeah.
they're that advanced,
It's like the pawn thing. They'll walk up.
They're going to be able to see us.
They're still there.
It's an interesting theory, and it's fun to talk about, and it's fun to speculate about, just as a sci-fi aspect.
What do you think would happen if like, let's say it's getting close to Earth and we have a live feed of Hubble or whatever looking at it, and lights come on?
Project Blue Beam. Here we go.
Blue beans. Get them.
So Project Blue Beam
We're not sponsored.
is a conspiracy theory that the governments around the world are coordinating
Nice.
to fake an alien invasion.
Oh, to unite us?
Not nice.
To make us all the United States.
To
We're not just taking China. We're taking all of y'all.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico's going to be like the 275th state.
We might let
Bet.
them stay.
So Project Blue Beam, this one's really far-fetched in the way that it's laid out. I'll critique it in the way that I think it could actually happen. It's the conspiracy that all the governments around the world are coordinating and that they will use a hologram to show an alien invasion, to fake an alien invasion.
This is like Spider-Man. You remember the one of the most recent Spider-Mans, Mysterio, where he's using drones and holograms and stuff?
Yeah, and so they're saying that they're going to shoot up or beam a hologram into the sky that'll show a mothership, and then they'll fake an alien invasion, and then they'll use that to control the population, tell everybody that you have to do this, that you have to comply. If not, the aliens are going to attack, and they're going to kill you, and then they might shoot some missiles and stuff like that to say that the aliens are attacking.
That reminds me of like an old World War II theory, was that there's no nukes.
Yeah.
Like we just wanted to say that they were, so that everybody could just chill out and get along.
Yeah, I've heard that too, that the nuclear bombs don't exist. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a conspiracy theory.
Like what? That we didn't do that to Japan?
Like that we don't have them, period, but we convinced everybody that we did so that everybody would calm down and the wars would stop.
What happened to Japan?
Godzilla.
Good old Vietnam carpet bomb.
There's a guy who
Lots of
survived
napalm.
both explosions who would have liked to tell you otherwise.
Yeah, but who's going to believe one guy?
I know. Like I
Me.
said.
Us. Right here.
Like I said, it's just a,
So it's same concept though.
Yeah.
Holograms, let's launch some missiles.
Now let me critique this theory, right?
No.
I do think it's still possible that they could do that. However, not the holograms, right? But with drones. We saw what happened in New Jersey when everybody was freaking out about the drones and saying it was an alien invasion.
That was a test.
Right.
And the space lasers.
Yeah.
And the Chinese balloon thing.
Those are called lightsabers, sir.
No, I'm talking about the ones in Hawaii.
But I say drones because we see in China there's a company in China that has the world record for the most
I did
drones
see that.
used.
It's like thousands.
Yeah, it's up to 10,000 drones.
Crazy.
All on one single computer. A laptop, just a regular laptop controlling all these, right? It's insane. So I do see them trying to use drones to fake an alien invasion to cause chaos and fear. I mean, we saw what happened again in New Jersey. Everybody went crazy. And that was, I forgot, was it Trump that came out and said that it was a military operation testing drones?
It might have been.
I forgot who said it.
Whoever was president at the time, I don't remember when it happened because there's been a million
Well,
things.
no, it was just 2-3 months ago where they finally acknowledged that it was an actual military.
At some point, they said it forever ago.
Yeah.
But there's been like 100 very bizarre events that have happened in the past 5 years that I forget what order and when because they all just
Dude,
It's like you get hit back to back to back with these things.
since like,
ever since the clowns.
yeah,
It's been
ever since Harambe.
Yeah, it all started with Harambe.
Yeah. That was the butterfly effect.
Yeah. So I do see them using drones or some other technology to fake an alien invasion and causing fear and chaos and so on and so forth. Do I think it's likely to happen? No. But do I see governments doing that? Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, man, I am so skeptical. This will be a future topic, future episode. But ever since I heard of Operation Northwoods, I am completely skeptical of the government, and I don't trust anything that they that they ever say.
100%.
Do you know about Project Northwoods?
I've heard of it. I haven't
Do you know about
done
it?
a deep dive in it.
Okay. We'll talk about it. I'm not going to do it now, but we'll talk about it. It's insane. So,
There's a lot of things that, like, for instance, I was doing a little research on North Korea. Like, they fully believe some of the propaganda that they push about the U.S. and, like, they literally think that the U.S. is full of, like, HIV and all kinds. And,
they're not wrong.
like, yeah, we have that stuff, obviously, because we're such a big country, but they paint it where it's like school shootings are every day.
Well, when
That's not just North Korea.
yeah,
That is most of the world.
when you have
It's true.
when you have a controlled media, when you can
State-sponsored
only
media.
when you can only read so much, you don't have an internet, a normal internet.
Yeah.
You can only access a few things. Of course, people are going to believe that. They are isolated from anything. So yes, they believe Kim Jong-un and his lineage, his father and grandfather, are literal gods.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he can go up to the mountain and tell the weather what to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. It won't happen, but you
No,
can.
he does though.
One of the funniest things I found out about his father, the last guy, was he convinced everybody that he played 18 rounds of golf and shot all hole in ones. But then when they put him on TV, he couldn't make a putt. And he blamed it on earthquakes.
Well, the thing is, of course he can't make putts because normally he makes a hole in one. You don't have to putt.
That's right.
He doesn't get to practice his putt game.
You need to be his PR guy.
What do you expect from the man? He can't be perfect.
You only can do drives, man.
Yeah,
They're going to listen to this and take you to be their PR guy.
Let me see the best putt in the world. Do like a 520-yard drive line in. Let me see that. Let me see it. Because if the best putter can do both, then I'll diss my guy.
Have you guys seen the video of it? North Korea tried to take it down. I think it's still up, though, where it's literally him on a tee box taking the swing, and then it's just a close-up shot of the ball going in, but it's the same shot
Oh
for
my
every tee
gosh.
off.
Because he's that consistent.
Dude, he's amazing.
It looks like the same shot because he's that consistent.
This was the theory, though. He goes around hitting it off of each tee toward the same hole.
Dude, I know. Kim Jong-un is insane. Have you seen the
I love
military
him.
parades? Never mind. I'm not going to talk about that. It's a movie.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, that's all I got. I've kept it really short because I mean that's three
really
subjects.
short, being like half an hour.
I know, and that's really short because it's three major subjects all in one. But so that's all I got. So what about you, Jeremy?
Well, I don't got a lot, so that compliments your a lot. Pretty good.
Nice.
I was just I've been busy. Last week we had a lot going on.
A lot has been going on
This week
lately.
I've been
Oh my
readjusting some stuff, so I've had next to no time to do anything.
Yeah, I've been to the gym 3 times in 3 weeks. So
But a couple days ago, I came across a YouTube video. This guy was talking about that he got into an accident, should have died, and had a near-death experience out of body. I was like, this will be fun to talk about. I'll go over the details later, but just like out of body experiences. So before we start, I like to always say, what do you guys think? Do y'all think they're real? You think they're bogus?
100% real.
With the things that they've experienced and the things that they've been able to say, yeah, I'd say it's real.
I'll say this. Everybody that says they've had one has not had one.
What do you mean?
Because you just get some bogus people.
Yeah. He mean I get what you mean. He's
Like
not every account is real.
Well, yeah, obviously.
That's what you're saying.
Like, yes, exactly. Like, I don't believe every Joe Blow that's like, I've had
The crackhead on the corner. I promise you, man.
Well,
You're not out of body. You're just out of mind. You're out of your mind.
Out of body and out of
if
mind.
you don't believe out of body experiences are real, try reading 2 Corinthians chapter 12 because
Ooh, scripture.
Paul says, I was caught up to the third heaven 14 years ago. Whether I was in my body or not, I do not know. Only God knows. Yes, only God knows whether I was in my body or outside of my body. So Paul would not have said, I don't know, if it was impossible. Like, if that was a thing that didn't
Paul
happen.
was so cool. He's like, I don't know if I was, but if I was, only God can tell me yes or no.
So
Mic drop.
So if Paul's
You can't say
considering, if Paul's considering, maybe I was out of body,
Yeah.
that means these
Probably.
things that's real. That people have been.
Do you think
Cool.
visions are out of body? 'Cause that-
Maybe.
That's what I think. Like when John was experiencing all the things he did for writing Revelation.
Yeah, it's out of body or
Now,
something.
do you think it's like Doctor Strange type out of body?
Some people do. I don't know.
No.
I mean, I have never experienced it. Sorry that I can't give first-hand accounts.
Well, then why are you even talking about it?
Okay,
Is it
Andy, your
sort of
turn.
like-
Let's talk about.
Is it sort of like
Because
sleep?
I've seen 3I-ATLAS
He was up there.
You were there
with my
you
right
were riding on it, and
He was astral
with
projecting
my right eye.
while something was scratching his head.
But I think that same thing you guys said. Like that, obviously not every story is real,
Yeah.
but that some are, and that it is a thing that can happen.
Yeah, I think it's you. Not that you want to be skeptical to everything, but it's like you kind of have to, especially in today's world
Good old
where
AI.
you could take a substance and feel like you've had an out of body experience when in reality it's just the substance. Yeah, when you say out of body experience, I'm not thinking of I have to take something or drink something. Like this is God doing it.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
You want me to go into
Yes,
it?
go ahead.
Yeah,
Go,
that's
go.
what looking at you means. Yes. If
Sorry,
I look
if-
at you, I want you talking.
If you're
to me.
listening, we just stared
in
at
general, just
at
every
it.
time I look at you, I expect you to say something to me.
You speak when looked at, boy.
Shut up when I'm talking to you.
All right, go for it.
I was listening to Haunted Cosmos.
I haven't
Do
listened
we
to
have
them.
beef
Yeah,
with
today.
them?
No,
No.
don't.
Okay.
We like them.
Yeah. I was listening to Haunted Cosmos and they were doing their what are they calling it? It's kind of like our deep dive, but it's not our deep dive. It's not like a deep dive. They're interviewing people.
I don't know. I haven't gotten to those.
Okay, so you're still in the
I haven't listened to it in a while.
Okay.
I don't know who they are.
So
You should
it's
listen to them. They're
it's
good.
where they interview people based on their own experiences.
So,
And
like the confessionals.
kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
But this is just like a segment out of their podcast. They
Okay.
don't do it all the time.
Okay.
But they were interviewing a guy about his experience when he was taking substances that grow in the earth. Mushrooms.
Marijuana.
I know we have young children listening to this. I don't know if they want to or they can listen to it, but his experience with taking mushrooms, and he got extremely addicted. Long story short, he got extremely addicted, and during the last time that he did this, he took some mushrooms. He didn't have the effect that he wanted, and so then he smoked some marijuana after. The combination of the two lit him up, and he went into his shed, which is where he normally smokes. But he went into his shed, and he had what he said was an out-of-body experience. He could literally see his body, but also he was having this vision of him walking through a tunnel. And while he was walking through the tunnel underneath, it was like a cave, these two beings popped up. And they ushered him to a hole within the cave. And at the bottom of the hole, it was a very bright blue light. And they kept trying to usher him into that bright light. And the whole time, he thought he was going to meet God. He was a Christian at the time, and he thought that it was a benefit from God using these substances. And so he thought that the entities were angels and that they were beckoning him to go and meet God. But he didn't give in to that, to where to jump into that blue light. And when he looked over to his right, he could still see his body, but he could also see the wall. And while he was smoking over the long period of time, while he was smoking in that shed, he wrote in Spanish or Latin, I believe, I don't know, "To God be the glory," with a cross on that wall. He burned it into the wall. And when he read that, it clicked in his head that these weren't angels and that bright light wasn't God. And then he said to the entities, he said, "You guys are counterfeit." And this, and something along the lines of, Jesus is the real, is genuine, and y'all are counterfeit. And when he realized that, that vision went completely away. He went back into his body, and he never touched substances ever again, which is not uncommon for people to see entities when they're under the influence.
Right.
And he was going into all this. This is his testimony. He doesn't believe in this anymore. And he even got to the point where he was prompting other Christians to take these substances. And he had to go to them, props to him, he had to go to them, ask for forgiveness from them, and started completely going away from it.
So he made it right.
Yeah. And it's good. It's great testimony. But yes, out-of-body experiences do happen. And I know you're talking about death, right?
Some of it. I'm going to go into both.
Okay.
But not with substances, though.
I think it's when people are teetering on death that happens a lot.
Yeah. But I mean, he could see everything. It was like his body was staring at the wall, but around him was this tunnel that he was walking through.
This is a side note. I've never had an out-of-body experience, but sometimes my dreams can be seen as out-of-body experiences. Not like I'm watching myself sleep, but there are a lot of times where my dreams are third person. So it's like I see myself.
Yeah.
It's not like this view. It's like I see myself from.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I think I've only had a couple dreams like that.
But I don't in the moment think this is not a body experience. It's not one. It's just a dream. But I imagine it's. Anyway. So the reason why what made me bring it up, like I said earlier, was I saw a YouTube video. So I'm going to try to talk about his experience. I'm probably going to butcher it because I'm going off of memory, and I saw it a few days ago. But basically, he was 21. This was a few years ago. He was 21 with his friends. They were riding on electric skateboards. He was going about 30 miles an hour on this skateboard. Hit a bump in the road. Flew off of it, landed on the back of his head, cracked his skull from the top all the way to the back, and his friends. And as soon as he hit the ground, he said he went whoop out of his body. He's like, I saw myself, I saw my friends. There was no pain for me. I felt perfectly fine, but I saw my body, and I didn't think it was me in the sense of like, oh, I'm sitting down there, but he recognized it was his body. But he's like, he said he viewed it more like it was just an article, like a glove that he slipped out of. Like, and so he's like, and I knew he was going to be okay. And he was bleeding out of his ears. He had immediately vomited. One of his lungs collapsed.
Oh.
Dude was not going to survive.
That's rough.
And he said while he was watching this that he didn't stay there very long. He got pulled into what he said is the second heaven. And this dude's a Christian, and he puts it as a Christian perspective. I have no idea if this is real. Like, I believe he thinks he saw it. I believe he like during this time he was in a coma,
right?
Like, he experienced something, but I don't know if it's true. But it fits with the Bible, though. It really does, or at least this part, because Paul talks about the third heaven. If there's a third heaven, there has to be a second heaven. It doesn't make any sense for there to be a third without a second. And he says where he ended up going was the second heaven. But before he says God pulled him into it, he's like, I started praying for my friends because he's like, I know I'm going to be fine. That I'm not going to die from this. But they don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're panicking, and he's like, I want them to be able to have the strength to deal with seeing this and my family. And then he's like, after he prayed that, he got pulled into the second heaven, and he was in a coma for 18 days. And he said when he was in heaven that the only way he could explain it was that heaven wasn't exactly a place in the sense of how we think it's like a physical, it's a city that you can find on Earth or something. Mm-hmm. He's like, it is a place, but it's not like that. And that it's more than a place, that the second heaven is God. Not like God's heaven, but it's like when you're in heaven, you're surrounded by him.
Which makes sense.
And he's like, and it's just love. Like, he's like, you feel love and peace and goodness. And he said he met Jesus, and that Jesus was, he's like, Jesus wasn't like people think that he is or say that he is, like how we really teach it. And how Jesus is a lot more fun. Like, people depict him as either really stern or like, just hippie love. He's like, he wasn't. He had standards, but he's like he laughed. People don't think about Jesus laughing and telling jokes, but he's like he was happy and had joy and love. And I don't remember everything that he said, but basically he was there for 18 days, and then he knew he had to go back. And when he went back, they were about to pull the plug because there's like, it's been 18 days. And we're not, and so short, like they were gonna do it the next day, and that's when he came back. And when he came back, it was like he was fine. Like, obviously he was still in the hospital. It wasn't like, I'm perfectly healed. I can just get up but
he
like,
still had his injuries.
Like,
but
he didn't wake up in the sense of like someone who'd be like groggy, like, what's happening? He's like, I woke up and I was perfectly coherent in my mind and was happy.
So did he see himself going back into his body, or he just woke up from being there?
I don't actually know. He didn't really say. He said he just felt himself sliding back in, just like he felt sliding out.
Huh.
Again, I don't know if he actually saw the second heaven. I can't speak for that. I don't know all the details, but out of some of the other stories I've heard in general, this one sounds like, again, I'm doing a horrible job of representing it. Dude's name is Gabe. I forget his full thing. If you want to hear the story, he has it on YouTube. And I think he says he's releasing. I'm selling his book. He's actually sponsoring us, by the way. He has a book coming out soon. I'm not kidding. He has a book, but he has a book coming out that he said took him a long time to write because he had other stuff going on.
Well, do you remember the book that came out that it was a big craze with a very similar story? The kid got injured and he went to heaven, and then he came back and said he saw Jesus. It was, I can't remember the name of the title, but it was a yellow hardcover book, and it had like little child hands up towards the sky. Oh man, what's the name of the book? I can't remember. But that sounds similar. But I mean, you think, like you were saying about Lazarus, however you want to pronounce it.
Yeah.
About him being dead for 4 days, and then Jesus raising him from the dead. Of why Jesus wept because he had to pull him out of paradise. Was that you that said that, or was that you? That he wept because he had to
that was
take Lazarus out of paradise
a couple weeks ago, and last week. But
I mean,
I'm sure
legit
Lazarus
died. He stinketh, as the KJV say. He stinketh.
I'm sure Lazarus was like, "Come on, bro, why are we doing this?"
And I don't remember the exact details, but like basically, he didn't just come back like because some people were like, I have another story to say that I listened to today that
no.
Yes, that is the opposite of I don't really think there's much to it, and there is no reason for him to have come back. He just did. In this case, it was like he came back because God's like, I have a purpose for you. And ever since he came back, he was already Christian, but he was like, ever since he came back, he's done more and is actually like, I want people to know God. So I think like that makes sense. Like God would bring someone back who has a purpose compared to just. You could be dead, but you're here in heaven, and now you get to go back for no reason.
Yeah.
Because there was another story, and then I have a couple other things to say after this. But there was another story where this guy, he's an old man, said when he was in high school, he was swimming at some event. That it was like a field trip kind of thing, and there was an island thing, barge that his friends were on. So he's swimming over to it. He got leg cramps and ended up sinking, and his friends thought he was playing because he was trying to get their attention. Whenever he got, like, he started sinking, he forced himself up, did like this to get their attention. They thought he was playing, and then eventually he just went under. And he felt himself
dying from leg cramps.
And he said he felt himself hit the bottom. He's like, I hit the bottom of the lake, could feel the seaweed wrapping around me that I was found in, and I tried to push myself up with my hands because my legs weren't working, and my hands got stuck because it was just mud and clay and gross. He's like, and I couldn't move, and so he's like, I'm just gonna die.
He just gave up.
And then he heard a voice saying, just let go. And he's like, I'm not letting go. I want to get, like, he wanted to still fight, but he couldn't. And he's like, the voice told him 3 times. So he's like, fine, I'll let go. And then he's like, the moment he said go, he was pulled out of his body and saw himself there in the water, dead. And that he went into the light. And then the light showed him his whole, like, basically kind of like his life flashing before his eyes, but not really. A different way. But he was like, I saw monitors with moments of my life that I could replay, and I knew everything that was happening. And then I went into the light, and I was part of the light, and it was God, and we were all part of God, and it was great and wonderful. And then eventually he's like, and then he just said time to go back, and
a submarine came down, and
no, SpongeBob.
But I'm just like, I don't believe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't
like Vandy said, everybody's got a tale, but nobody's.
Sometimes I legitimately think that it is your brain trying to make sense of a near-death experience.
Yeah, well, there is that chemical called DMT.
Yeah,
that a lot of people think that
releases
that goes off, and that releases whenever you are right there at death.
Yeah, that's sort of why I keep going back to, like, I feel like it's moments when it can be near death, but like oftentimes where it's like John sitting on the island and all of a sudden God's giving him all these visions and stuff.
Yeah.
It's more or less easy to say, like, okay, no, that was out of body because I was not doing anything.
But yeah, so I also think, like you guys think, like, God can, whether or not it's near death or not, God can pull you out if he wants to, and I think he has for people.
Well, you have a soul.
Right.
So
so I think some of that stuff happens, but then there's also the out-of-body experiences. Like, people are trying to learn how to do it, and there's people teaching how to do it.
Right.
And I'm not going to explain it because, 1, I don't understand it, and 2, I don't want to explain it because you shouldn't search after this stuff because I think it's evil.
Correct.
To search it, it's demonic, but basically they're like, meditate and go to sleep, but don't go to sleep. And this one guy says he does it every night, and that
astral projection and stuff.
And a lot of people who do it see, like, oh, aliens live in this plane, and one of this guy that I'm going to talk about is like, it's actually all connected, and it's 12 levels or 13 levels of existence, or 13 levels of whatever he calls it, and how that it's all connected but blocked off, and that's why we can't go to Antarctica, because Antarctica is one of the yes.
Yeah, that's one of those shorts that I just skip over real fast.
Oh, this wasn't a short. This was a 30-minute video.
Yeah, dislike and move
Committed.
Well, this was in the middle of the video, so it was I've already committed too far in to leave.
on. Skip and move on.
But he's like, yeah, you can't. That's why you can't go there. It's because they're
wild.
trying to prevent this stuff from happening, and like that's where aliens are from, and like. But the thing that always leads to, and this guy really went in detail and was talking about how we're all God. Like when you're in this plane, you become real. You realize you are God, and we can create things and do things, and
Blasphemy.
but it's always the stuff that's sought out, not the stuff that you don't have any control over, whether it's real or it's just something because you're almost dead and your brain's just compensating. Not those. I don't think those do. But
Yeah.
the intentionally seeking it out always leads to half truth of like, oh, because he even said the Bible has truth, but it's distorted. That's what he said. He's like, it tells you truths that are real, but it's distorted to control you. And keep you from obtaining this and realizing. And it always leads to that. It always leads to alien, paranormal. This is love. This is the universe. We're all one, and it's infinite, and we are powerful and immortal, and nothing. It just doesn't matter.
Well, it's a counterfeit.
Yes,
It's a
pretty
counterfeit.
much. Yes, exactly like you said.
It's the same trap as, like, you see these people who get into a church or a religion, quote unquote, that has some truth.
Yeah.
And then eventually they're hopping from thing to thing to thing because they see a little bit of truth in everything and they can't find the right thing. So they don't even, eventually they just kind of give up, or they're a mix mash of everything, like you were saying.
Or they try to go further, and that's when they start going
Right.
into substance abuse and,
Right.
and the occult.
Getting
and,
an aid.
and they are trying to fill that hole in their heart, within their soul, within their mind.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
they're just going deeper and deeper and deeper
and when
into the
they're
wrong
trying to
direction.
search and they're searching the wrong place, the demonic come in and say, "I
Yes.
can take care of that."
Because
for
when
you.
you're searching for something spiritual is going to answer.
Yeah. So to wrap up my segment, which actually lasted longer than I expected it to, don't like this isn't something you should be searching for. This isn't something you should be entertaining. It's the same thing as going and doing tarot readings or psychics. Like just stay away from it because it will open the door and lead you to demonic things,
And if
not hidden truths.
If it doesn't open that door, you've just wasted money, and that's just stupid.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, you just woke up at 2 a.m. in the morning for literally no reason and are tired for a day.
A bit of undigested meat.
Because like that's one of the things I say to do is like wake up in the middle of the night so you're still tired and can do this, and then keep yourself for 15 minutes, then try to go back to sleep, but don't go back to sleep.
That's stupid.
That was like one of the how-tos. It's don't do it. All right.
The tutorials.
We got a game to play?
If you want to.
We can do like 3 or less.
Okay.
5 if you want, since we're shockingly longer than I thought we were going to be.
Yeah, we're pretty long so far.
All right, everybody. You guys know it as tinfoil or truth. So play along down in the comment section or wherever you are at.
I won't play.
Yes, you will.
Yes. 999.
I'm looking at you. Why aren't you talking?
Oof.
I had my mouth open. Nothing was coming out. Sorry.
I noticed.
Okay. Basis of the game, if you've never played it or heard it before, I give 2 headlines. You guys guess which one is real, which one is fake.
I think we say this every single time, but I think we're even, right?
Either we're even or I'm one.
He's one up, I think.
One up. Okay.
So one up him. First one is Harvard researchers develop blood tests that can detect cancer in most cases years before the symptoms show up. That is number 1.
Didn't we already do this?
I don't think so.
Read number 2. And then
Number
we'll figure it
2
out.
is world governments agree to implant microchips in newborns by 2030.
I think it's true tinfoil because I'm pretty sure if we haven't done this one before, some point in time heard about the blood test.
You guys didn't get your newsletter about the
I'm going to say tinfoil
implants?
true. Tinfoil true.
Governments did not.
Yeah, like I was like, if we did not do this one already, then it has to be true because I that's so familiar.
The reason why I said tinfoil true is because Bill Gates. Was it Bill Gates or Elon?
We'll just end it there because Bill Gates.
Yeah. Yes.
They wanted to have everybody to have wearables by 2030. So
Yeah. All right. Here is the second set. We're just going to do 3.
That's
For
fine.
the
no,
second.
that was RFK that said that.
He did say, let's do 3 sets. And then lost this tennis match.
Yeah. Sorry. Next one.
And then he said, "No vaccines."
No, I'm not going to do that. Never mind. That's messed up. Don't you do it either. Don't you say I did.
And don't you say I did.
All right, here's the second set. First one is scientists admit COVID-19 vaccines secretly change human DNA in 2025. The second is... Do you want to do a timeout?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's calling a timeout.
no, sorry. I was doing T for true. Sorry.
T for true or tinfoil. It doesn't matter. He's
Yeah,
right.
I know.
He's right either way.
Sorry.
Lab-grown meat is cleared for sale in U.S. restaurants for the first time.
Oh man. True for both.
True tinfoil because I don't think I'm gonna do a double.
The lab-grown is true.
I was right. No.
So go to a insert whatever favorite restaurant you want here because I don't want to go after one of them say, don't say that about us. What's a restaurant that's no longer in town? Rodizio.
Panda Rosa.
Crystal.
Oh man, Rodizio.
Dude, that was some of the best food
I never
ever.
I never got to go, which makes me sad because I was gonna
so
go.
good.
It was good at the beginning, but then I think management was letting it.
Texas de Brazil was the same way. It was very good. But maybe soon you can get your own lab-grown meat.
Have
for
y'all
sale.
seen how expensive crystals are?
No, I haven't gone to Crystals
Which
since high
crystal?
school.
How much do you think it costs for just 12 crystal chicks? Nothing else.
I don't know what that is.
The sliders.
Think of little chicken baby sliders.
Like chicken minis from is it like that size from
They're
Chick-fil-A?
sliders.
Do you know White Castle?
I've been there once.
Okay.
Sliders.
There you go.
They're small.
I want to say for 12 of them,
Yes.
$15.99.
How much do you think it is for 12 crystal chicks?
$13.99.
$42.
No,
Oh.
it's not.
41. It's 41 some change.
Now I know why they're going out
No.
of business.
Yeah. I'm like way too $3.89 for one.
For
one.
Dude, you're blowing my mind right now.
Tinfoil.
I could show you.
Dude, that is like uncalled for. No
can
wonder
show
they're
you
going
the
out of
I'm
business
like,
all
I
over
haven't
the
had
place.
it in forever. And
$42?
Yeah.
How many did you put down in high school?
It was 10 in a minute.
I'll show y'all after the next one. Y'all can just keep.
Yeah, it was a minute and a half. My
And
bad.
You won that.
Yeah, I won it. I ate
This sounds so much like
I ate
the
9 and a
Napoleon
half.
Dynamite, the uncle. Back in 1992, I throw a football over the mountains.
Yeah.
Watch this.
I had we had a eating contest for the classes. So there was one representative for each class, 9th through 12th grade. I represented the seniors and I won. So
Freshman ain't got nothing on you. Okay, I gotta do the
Gonna
last one. CIA admits to 1980s program that allowed agents to move objects with their minds.
Ooh.
Second headline is Elon Musk's Neuralink implants first brain chip in human subject.
Oh, tinfoil true. That
Tinfoil true.
Yeah, you guys are right.
Yeah, that was like a year ago.
Yeah, it was pretty
Year
recent.
and a half ago. So,
Elon.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the good old conspiracy theory that you got, Vandy.
I got to show you this if I can find it. I'm in the app, but I can't find where it shows 12.
Okay, well, while Mr. Jeremy is looking that up, I got to ask. I know I've already asked you this before, but for the listeners, have you guys ever heard of Vault 7?
No, I haven't.
Jeremy, have you ever heard of Vault 7?
No.
Why not? Oof, Jeremy is
what
showing us inflation at its greatest.
It
Pineapple.
41.49.
Yeah, for just 12 crystal chicks. Nothing else. That's not a combo. That's not fries and drinks. That's just 12 crystal chicks. 41.49.
They need to go out of business. That is insane.
They should.
This is why Taco Bell's better.
There's pictures. So you see
I
how
think
big
every
they
other
are.
fast food restaurant might be better.
You can see how big they are. See that they're not.
Yeah,
They're small.
I've never really liked crystals before, but
I used to like the chicks, but
The girls?
yeah, and the chicken sandwiches. But no, they're too expensive. Like,
This just in. Jeremy is a fan of women.
sometimes. So to be fair, that's through DoorDash, which means it's surcharged a little bit. But it's still probably like $37, $38.
Yeah,
which
for
is
sure.
still way too much.
well, you should have led with that it was DoorDash. That's like adding another $15 to it.
Well, no, that's before it adds.
Oh,
So
Yeah, so you're going to get out of there with $65.
It has a surcharge, so it is a slightly more expensive than it would be in the restaurant. So yes, but that's not the big surcharge. It's like the slight one. So it's probably like I guess it's probably like $37, $38.
yeah. I never used DoorDash. I've actually never used DoorDash.
No, so like the actual item menu items
uses
are slightly
DoorDash?
higher, and then whenever you go to checkout, it then adds a fee on top of that, and then a delivery
weird.
fee, and then a tip.
yeah.
So that would
plus
be
the
like
tip.
$70 probably.
That's stupid. Especially when Andrew can put down...
$60.
Why is
10.
DoorDash and Uber Eats still?
Because
Rich
in
people.
big cities, it's convenient, and because I use it because I'm lazy and don't like to drive. But I don't
Shame.
get that. If I use DoorDash, I'm getting like 2 meals because the more you get, the better the value
It's
is.
like Sam's Club.
But there are still times where I'm going to with Crystal. I'm like I would consider it, and then I'm like never mind
Why are you so passionate about this?
because
You voted for this.
Because inflation. Do you know that the U.S. dollar is up 33% since 2022?
Say that in a Trump voice and I'll believe it.
Did you know?
I believe it.
Did you know that inflation is up 33% since 2022?
I believe it.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I just believed it.
They need to lower the Fed. Lower the interest rates.
Agreed. Okay, let me get back on top because we're...
Vault number 7.
Yes, me and Elon have gone there.
Me and
what
Elon.
was that voice?
I don't know.
Wasn't Trump?
I couldn't do RFK. That's messed up.
Oh,
All right, so...
Don't put it past me.
Okay, we'll put it in front of you. I was doing a little research on some different topics, and this one kept coming up because it seemed to be tied to everything. But Vault 7 was a big leak back in 2017, so really recently, where over 8,000 documents, classified documents, not just like whatever memos, these were full-size documents. Over 8,000 of them were leaked onto WikiLeaks. And
Good old WikiLeaks.
yes, if you remember, this was actually confirmed by Trump that it happened. He literally came out on stage and said, "I love WikiLeaks. I love them.
I love WikiLeaks."
And then like 2 years later, he's like, "I know nothing about WikiLeaks."
Kind of like what he did with the files.
Yeah, the Epstein files. Those aren't real. Never saw them. But
I have them on my desk,
it-
but I don't because they're not real.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that.
So March 2017, thousands of pages, just appeared on WikiLeaks from a random user. This had like, and people started obviously going through it. Like, what in the world is this? It has a bunch of government agencies tied to it and different things going on. What are you doing over there?
I just found out these headphones have a volume,
Yes.
and it was all the way up.
Yes. It's fantastic.
That's funny. Okay, we need to stop.
But either way, I'll say either way, they started combing through everything in these documents. Keep in mind, it's 8,000 documents. So one document was like over 1,500 pages.
Huh.
So it's a lot. It's a lot of information.
It's one nice afternoon's.
Yeah,
stay
for
of
like
reading.
people who were on 4chan got a hold of this. Obviously, people who use WikiLeaks, and anybody who logged in could basically download it. And
Even me?
even you, Grandma, who's listening right now,
Nobody
you
told
could have
me.
done it. But they start reading through this, and they start understanding that the CIA has already hacked iPhones and Androids and all kinds of other operating systems
Well,
that
yeah.
aren't even available to the public.
That goes all the way back to the Patriot Act.
They've already gotten into computers. They got into TVs. They got into any car that has a chip in it. They could basically shut the car off, and if it had driving abilities like a Tesla, they could literally drive you to a police station or wherever they wanted to and just take you.
There's been a few assassinations that have taken place because of being able
Yes.
to take control of you.
And this is where Alexa comes in, and Apple's smart thing and Google's smart home and all that. Every little thing was basically an exploit. And what the CIA was doing was they had day one exploits, which was backdoors pretty much, to where even if Apple or Samsung or whoever came out with a security update to fix something or a patch,
Pin pineapple, apple pen.
it wouldn't matter.
Brain rot.
They could still get in and do whatever they wanted. One of them, which I thought was probably one of the most interesting ones, was a program called Weeping Angel.
Okay.
And I was explaining this to Andrew a little bit earlier, but Samsung TVs are regarded as some of the most quote-unquote secure TVs. Like, that's mostly what you will find in war rooms and in the Pentagon, and you go into other embassies. It's like what they use because, number one, they're reliable, they last for a long time, and they have good security features. Weeping Angel was something that the CIA used to turn almost every Samsung TV into a microphone. There's a lot of speculation about how they did it. Some of the documents say that they found the manufacturer, planted people at the manufacturer, and basically installed this firmware or something in the code.
Kind of similar to Mossad's operation with the pagers.
Yes.
Except they actually created a company themselves,
Yeah.
which is wild.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother pod.
The CIA was like, you guys already have the company. We're going to come in there and plant our own people.
Yeah.
So basically what they confirmed was every Samsung TV, they could turn it on without the screen actually coming on or without any lights coming on and just listen. Whoever thought of it was really, really smart because they didn't use any microphones because some of them didn't have microphones. What they instead used was somehow the speakers.
That's wild.
I don't understand how they did it.
Well, I mean, if you look at a speaker, it's got the magnet inside and it vibrates.
Right.
So I guess it's just vibrating and picking it up and reversing it that way.
Yeah.
It's probably not as clear, and they probably have to do a bunch of technical stuff.
Yeah. So that was like
Enhance it,
That was like one of the big things because Samsung TVs are everywhere. They're regarded as some of the nicest. So not only do you have them in government facilities, but you also have them in a lot of rich people and powerful people's homes. The next thing that people like put right up there with Weeping Angel is a thing called Marble Framework. In this file, they found out that the CIA was stealing malware from other countries. Like they would steal viruses that the Russian government had and whatever other government was out there, they would steal it and then use it to incite wars amongst those countries because they would say, well, this virus came from this country, so it must have been them. We're going after them now.
So they would, I don't know how computer viruses work, but were they able to read the IP address through the virus or... I know the IP address is specifically to that computer, but...
Because some of them would give callbacks to whoever made it.
Yeah.
So if an agent somehow got it and said, well, I want to start something against Russia with China or whatever, or cause tensions between the two countries, even though they're kind of allies, all of a sudden the Chinese virus shows up on a Russian computer.
I didn't know COVID could go to computers.
It can, dude.
Oh.
Wuhan. It's
Bats are dangerous.
The China virus.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, the China virus.
Within that, though, they found something called Grasshopper. Operation Grasshopper.
I think I've heard of this one.
It's literally a plug-and-play malware builder. It was like the first AI that was like... You guys, obviously, you've seen Iron Man where he's talking to Jarvis and he's like, do this and do that. Da-da-da. Same thing, but for a virus, where they would literally tell it, make yourself undetectable by this tool, and this tool, and go after whatever. Get me information on this. And it would do it. Insanely, like, advanced stuff that we think is not out there, but it actually is.
Crazy. I haven't heard of this one.
So they built all this stuff up, and there's literally 8,000 files, so you can't go. I can't list it all here, but all of this stuff shows up as quote unquote Vault 7 and is titled by this one user called Year Zero, and all throughout 2017, all the way up to 2019, he keeps dropping stuff that he's like, nobody can figure out who it is.
But he's dropping the information that...
But it's like very current information. Like literally 2 days before the president goes to another country that nobody else is supposed to know, he drops it and then the president shows up over there. So everybody's like, what in the world's going on? Somebody knows a little bit too much. Somebody knows just, this guy could potentially get the president killed.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't only just mess with that stuff. He starts going after Apple, Google, Samsung, and companies like that. He literally tells people, hey, your iPhone, whatever, what was back then? 13, 12?
So what year is this?
2017 to 19.
Okay.
12, 13, whatever the thing is. He's like,
that would have been like iPhone 16 or something.
You can get into somebody's iPhone and here's the exploit of how to do it. Here's the code behind it. And it's like 0-day hacks where it doesn't matter what they change. There's a vulnerability built into the actual hardware or the actual operating system that they would have to completely redo the system to get rid of. So Apple lost money in this. Samsung lost money in this. And a couple other big, like, I think it was Yahoo and Google were also lumped in like, hey, you guys got data breaches that anybody pretty much can now go and just get whatever information they want.
One man to destroy the world.
But you had people start to pop up on both sides that were saying, no, this is freedom of speech. This guy is just giving information. And then you had the other side that was saying, No, he's telling everybody what we have, and now we're, possibly can't use some of this stuff against other countries or in wars or whatever. And what are we going to do about that? Now, I want to ask you two guys the question: what side are you on all of this? Do you think this stuff should be out for the public, or do you think that some of it needs to be kept, or all of it needs to be kept?
Well, it's kind of like an Edward Snowden situation, right? From what my understanding is, except for this guy, he's leaking it a little bit at a time. It's the same conversation with him too, because some people think that he was justified, and some people think that he needs to be in prison because of the information that he leaked. I don't know, man. It's kind of like he's going after the big guy and trying to help the little guy.
Yeah.
From what I can hear.
And that's why it should be illegal.
So there's this building, and people have said it's in New York and other places, but they don't really know. But either way, there's this building. Only 8 employees worked in this whole building, and it was like fairly big, like
At least 10 employees sized.
like double the size of this building that we're in. 10 employees worked there. Outside,
it was 8.
Or sorry, 8. Sorry, you're messing me up now.
Get your facts straight, man.
8 employees, but in a huge building for that amount of people. And outside, there's literally barbed wire and armed guards. And these aren't armed guards with pistols. These are
the armed guards part of the 8 employees?
no.
Get your
There's
facts straight, man.
the 8 employees inside that are.
How many employees are outside?
Doesn't matter.
How many gardeners did they have?
Didn't have any.
Okay.
What about the mechanic?
Why would they need a mechanic?
Because if there's a gate, maintenance guy. Let me say that.
Hinge.
Cringe. Hey, be careful. Kanye make a beat out of that.
Probably.
I'll make a beat out of that.
Probably.
And that.
So what was going on
I don't know.
in this? I'm about to tell you. There's a man named Matthew or Joshua Schultz. Sorry. Joshua Schultz.
Matt, was it Matthew or Joshua?
It was Matthew Kearns. I was trying to cover him up.
I knew it.
Throwback to old times with Jeremy. But Joshua was getting into little like workplace tiffs with an employee, a fellow coworker of his,
As he should.
who was starting to bully him.
As he should.
As he should. No, bullying is wrong.
Is this a Dwight and Jim situation here?
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. But this guy gets tired of it.
As he should.
So what? So what he does, because he thinks, okay, it's not going to look good if a CIA employee gets a restraining order against another CIA employee, and that'll start a whole thing. So he goes to the courthouse and gets a restraining order against the other employee, and that sends the CIA into panic mode of like, we can't have this. This doesn't look good at all. These are 8 of our best cyber engineers, and we can't have it. Eventually, it got so bad between the 2 employees that this guy goes rogue and downloads as much as he can.
Oh my gosh. Creates felonies because
And
of this
starts
guy.
leaking everything.
As he should.
Apple, Samsung, all these companies lost millions of dollars because somebody wouldn't leave this dude alone.
Worth it.
As it should be.
Dude.
So it literally stemmed from a disgruntled CIA employee who could not get along with another guy.
All of that. People trying to find out for how long were they trying to find this?
Well, they were trying to find out until the later end, I think, of 2019 into 2020 when they actually convicted him.
So like 2-3 years.
Yeah. But
Jeez.
he gets arrested and they're like drilling him. Like, who are you working for? Why you're a spy? I know you're a spy. And he's literally saying in court, I did it because he wouldn't leave me alone. And he just he stays to that story. And they're like, but why would you take out Apple and Samsung in this? Why would you unleash all these things? And he said, because my boss wouldn't listen to me about this. So they end up convicting him because they're like, hey, you leaked classified information.
Jeez.
And he's still serving time to this day.
Well,
he got
yeah.
like 10 life sentences or something crazy.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like, they're
Man.
not letting him out anytime soon.
But he will get out within 10 lives.
Yeah. In the seventh heaven.
Imagine reincarnation's real. And it's like you're born and immediately thrown into jail because, like, you got 10 life sentences, buddy.
Little infant.
You have like an infant ward
Yeah.
into prisons for the reincarnation cycles.
But just imagine being so
wild.
mad at your coworker. Okay, I'm taking my job secrets and just telling everybody on WikiLeaks.
That dude had nothing to lose. He had
The boss wouldn't listen to him,
he
man.
had nothing to lose. He didn't have a wife. He didn't have kids. He didn't have parents. He had nothing. That dude had it all in his job. He was invested in his job, and he said, "Forget it."
He won't leave me alone, boss.
This is
What was I supposed to do? I was backed into a corner.
Jeremy won't leave me alone, so I'm going to expose Samsung's day one flaws.
This is the tech version of the guy that made his bulldozer bulletproof and went on a rampage through the Colorado
Yes.
town.
Yes.
This is that.
So you get past all that.
I'm just imagining the court. But Your Honor, he was annoying.
He kept throwing paper clips at me.
He put my stapler in Jello.
He kept putting tape under my mouse. But like that, all that happens, but it does raise the question of, like, I'm kind of glad he took one for the team, because now all of my Alexa devices are not on.
Yeah.
After I read that, I used to have them on all the time.
Could you imagine his employee cut his tie off and he said, "You know what? I'm going to leak the president's information where he's going to go next week."
Well, get this. So the CIA obviously knows it got leaked. A lot of it got taken down really fast, but there
It's
was
the internet.
There was confirmed thousands of people downloaded it.
Yeah.
And every now and again, more just pops up.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
It's the internet. Once
we
it's
did
on there,
find aliens.
once it's on there, it can't be completely eradicated.
So I never answered your question on if I think it should be legal or not, or if, like, with the free speech side or the. And I think, unfortunately, I do side with the legality of it.
Yeah.
If you have access,
Yeah.
well, it depends though. So if you have access to classified information, like it's classified, but you're someone who has clearance and you leak it, then you should be held accountable. If you're the press and someone leaks it to you, you should not be held accountable because you're not the one who
Oh, no.
took the
Yeah.
information. You took something that you illegally got because the press can legally get information.
I did do a
and are
little
sharing
research into that. Like when people do pop up and be like, hey, I still have this downloaded, and let it be available. The furthest they have gone is like they've gone to somebody's house and asked them for the hard drive. And the guy was like, no. And they kind of like said, well, we'll take you to court. And he's like, I got rid of it. That was it. But, you know, what else? It gets them into a gray area because it's like, well, if they know that he still has it, how do they know?
Yeah.
What else exploits do they have? And if that goes to court, then they're just caught lying again.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Jeremy. The government should have secrets.
Yes.
The government should have secrets.
Genuinely, some of the secrecy is protecting us, whether we
Yes.
like it or not. I do think that if someone leaks information that's classified, that is, the information is harmful. Not like the information's harmful, but like they're doing something harmful, and it gets leaked. I think that should be looked at differently in the law, and that the
Yes.
judges should
Well,
choose to waive it, because it's like it's whistleblowing.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. There's a difference between leaking and whistleblowing.
There is.
Whistleblowing, you're going through the judicial system.
But
To do it.
sometimes, I think this is what it was with Edward Snowden. It's like you can't go
Yeah.
that way. You have to.
Right.
And technically, yes, it's illegal. And if you're going to be hard by the law, then I guess whatever.
Yeah.
But I think the law should do. The people that are responsible for executing judgment should be able to
There's some
parse
things
through it and say, okay, was this leaked? Does this leaked information literally damage the U.S. in the sense
What if
of...
Susan keeps bothering you at your job?
She will. It doesn't matter.
You're going to just leak all of it.
Good old Susan.
If you do have one,
Well, there's some
copy of the
things.
leak.
There's some things that HR can't deal with. That's why you go to the press or
There's some stuff HR can't deal with. That's why you leak government details.
Oh, by the way, they're listening to you through your TV.
Aliens are real, man.
hook up an ether cord to your computer screen, tape it to the tape it to the floor, and go it all.
By the
up
way,
to
that
the roof.
reminds me, that tape is still up there, and I get asked about it sometimes.
What tape?
The tape you put up on the ceiling.
Oh, that'll be there
For
forever.
the camera.
Yeah, that'll be
It's
there
still
forever.
hanging, and I get asked about it, like, it was Vandy.
Yeah. Well,
All right, that's all I had for that, though.
that's all you got.
That's all I got. Andrew, you want to zippity doo-dah take us out of here?
Zippity doo dah. Thanks for listening, y'all. We are professional podcasters, and we will do this till the day that we die. And we thank you for listening all the way to the end. And like, subscribe, share with all your friends, and laugh a little bit. Don't cry while listening to us, because we need your support.
You can cry if you want to.
Share
We
with people
support
that aren't your
people
friends.
crying. Also, start saving your money, because eventually we're going to have Patreon.
Yeah, we need all your money because we don't want to do our jobs
Well,
anymore.
To be fair, we're actually going to have millions of dollars come in soon, but
Yes, we're going to be
we're going to still
televangelists.
offer Patreon.
Joe Rogan who?
Televangelists.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't you say I did. All right, guys. Good night. Keep your tinfoil caps on.
Peace.